Hello everyone, June 20th. Alright, let's do this minimum cost to make array equal. Have I done this before? You're given two zero-indexed arrays, num and costs, consisting of each of n positive integers. You can do the following operation any number of times. Increase any element of the array by 1. The cost of doing one operation on the ith element is cost I. Return the minimum total cost such that all the elements of the array become equal. Very interesting question. Very interesting question. How many do we have? 10 to the 5th. Oh, jeez. All the elements equal to 2. Wait, hold on. Don't we always say to make it equal we need to find the medium? Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 5. The medium is 2 and 3, so we pick 3. I mean, we can say pick 3 or pick 2. No, that's if the cost is the same. But now the cost is not the same. So, yeah, it can be if you move to the median, it's going to cost a lot. Let's say you have a medium, right? And everybody, if you move towards it, yeah, let's say we have a large value, a gigantic value, okay? And then we have a bunch of small values. And I say to move the gigantic value going to cost a lot, but to move the small value going to cost very little. So, yeah, it can be even more dramatic. We can have every value, let's say we have all 2s, right? And the last one we have 100, right? And then the cost of moving each 100 is going to be, I don't know, 10 to the 5th. How about that? And then the cost of moving everyone else is 1. Then it's more cost efficient to move everybody towards this instead of this towards the medium, right? So that's kind of the inherent difficulty of doing this. But no matter what, we need to move towards something, right? And then if we move towards something, minimum cost. The minimum cost to move everything towards a value. Okay, the first idea I have is try binary search because it's asking for a minimum cost. So I can say, given a cost, is it possible? Now, how do we know if it's possible? Now I have a cost, right? From the cost, can we compute backwards to what? Like if it's possible to move everybody towards a certain value? I am not sure. I am completely not sure, and I mean, if you give me a value, I can provide you with a cost. But if you give me a cost, you want to know if it's possible. That's a very different question. Very, very different question. And plus, each position can have different costs. So even if you have the same value, that's also different. Huh. What do you think? Can we try DP on this? What I'm thinking is, let's say if we have this, I say I already know for this, the minimum cost I have. Actually, I don't even need to know the minimum cost. I just need to know which value to converge, right? Let's say if I know which value to converge for this, now I have a new value to consider. Now the new value can definitely consider to converge to whatever it is, but it might want to deviate, right? Well, of course, we say this value will lead to everything previous to the minimum, okay? So anything different from this will make this become bigger. So for this value, let's say this is smaller than it. I mean, I don't need to be smaller. It's just this and this have a difference. Well, if these two are the same, then definitely we just move on. If these two are not the same, right, then we shall consider moving. Cannot move even further away, because I move further away, this becomes bigger, and this has also become bigger. So what we want to consider is to move to between this, right? Let's say this is k, okay? And then we have this nums I, right? So what is possible is there might exist a value such that a value p, okay, a value p, who is in between. Let's say if k is smaller than nums I, it doesn't matter, it's a k. Yeah, let's say k is smaller, then there might exist a p such that, right, such that if we choose p is going to be better. Actually it's gonna be so I have a k. Actually we should go on the other side as well. Well, I shouldn't go on the other side, because if we go on the other side, then these are moving more. So we should only move on one side, right? If nums I is if k is larger, then we want to find something in between. Because if we found something on the other side, then for nums I it's the same cost, but for other body there will be more cost. Now let's just consider k is smaller, right? K is smaller. Then we say we might have a p, right? We might have a p to make it better. Now the question is now, how do we find this p? Because we need to check basically k plus 1, k plus 2, all the way to all the way to nums I, right? Ideally, we need to check every single one to decide which one will give us the smaller value. But we cannot do that because this is 10 to the 6. So this can potentially be 10 to the 6. So it'll be too large. So what we can do, I mean, what makes this better is the previous we have a cost, right? And every time we move away, then the costs will change. And potentially it will become, it will become larger. So if I move away, that will become larger, move away, become larger, so it'll become larger, right? It'll become larger. Okay, so let's say it becomes, every time we do k is the smallest, and then we do this, and every time we plus 1, this will become larger, plus 2 will become larger. So if we can have certain formula, okay, certain formula such that when we have a delta, the previous can give me, if I have an f, right, if I have an fx, which will tell me the cost for changing the previous to the x value, right? Now what I'm asking, right, what I'm asking is, when this goes, right, so fk has value fk plus 1, fk plus 2, they'll change. Let's say this is k, this is nums I, right, and fx, fk, let's say we follow, let's say it's something like this, right? We have the lowest point when it's k, and then when this point we have this value. This is on the left hand side. And on the right hand side, for sure, because these two are different. So the right hand side is going to be a line, right? As it goes, then, I mean, it's, when it hits nums I, it's going to be 0, right? When it hits k, it's k times, so it's going to be a line, right? It's going to be a line, right? It's going to be a line. So what are you saying? What we need to find out is this plus this, right? This thing plus this thing. Where do we have the minimum? Right? Where do we have the minimum? Is it when they intersect, have the minimum? I mean, we have fx, right, plus this, whatever the gx, right? And then we want to find its minimum. I mean, we can just pick its derivative, and we set derivative to 0, and then we can find. But what is this fx? Gx is easy, right? Gx is easy. Gx, I think I can write it directly. Gx is the x minus, right, x minus nums I, absolute value, multiplied by the cost. And of course, it depends on the x value, right? But x value is always either smaller or bigger. So that's fine. Well, it's fine. Yeah, let's say x is smaller, right? We're doing x is smaller. Now let's say x is smaller or equal to nums I. Then gx is just equal to c, the cost, times nums I minus x, right? And if we find, so that's the gx. So what is the one on the left hand side? Now that is more interesting. I don't know if we can find a fx for it. I mean, basically it's just gonna be nums 0 minus x this times the cost plus nums 1 minus x times the cost plus plus nums I minus 1 minus x times cost, right? And let's say we also sort this. Okay, we also sort this 1, 2, 3, 5. So now they're sorted. Okay, then we know this x will be somewhere. If I have the 5 to consider, then the previous x will be somewhere in between, right? It cannot be smaller than this, cannot be larger than this, it will be somewhere in between, which means some of these will have a positive, some of these will have a negative. And that's what we see, C0, C1, Ci minus 1. That's not a big deal. That's not a big deal. But the problem is always, this is a different function. I mean, I have num0, num1, I have all of this. But the issue is, this is depending on the x value. This will be a different thing. Right? Okay, but hold on. If we take, isn't the x gonna be gone? Wait, hold on, I'm a little bit confused. Do you want to write it out? Yeah, I think the complication is this absolute value. That's the complication. I think sort will definitely have some value. For 14, 3 is 3, 5 is 1. This is the cost. All right, this is the cost. I mean, if you just 1, we don't move. Okay, now I have 1, 2. So for 2, I can choose, so previous is 1. So I can choose to move 1, or I can choose to move 2. If I choose to move 1, then I can calculate how much additional is going to cost. If I choose to move 2, I can calculate how much additional is going to cost. So I say, okay, this is actually 2, right? 2 is better for this. So for this, it's going to be 2. Now 3 comes in. Previous is 2, now it is 3. So I choose to move to 2, and then we're going to accrue a cost of 3, right? The cost will be 3. Additional cost will be 3. If I choose to move to 3, okay? If I choose to move to 3, which is bigger than everybody else, then this will have to move additional. So we basically move 1, so we move additional. We move additional. So this will plus 2, this will plus, no, this will be, yes, so we're just calculating additional. This we have a cost, right? And then we do this, we have the additional cost is 3, plus 3. And if we move to 3, additional cost of here is 0. Additional cost here is just plus 2, because we're plus 1, and then plus 14. So the additional cost is 16. So it's larger than this. So this shall do 2 as well. Now we have 5. Okay, so I can either move to 2. If I move to 2, so the base cost, we can say the base cost, right? Base cost is equal to 5 minus 2 times 1, which is 3, right? The base cost is 3, so 5 moved to 2. And then we want to see, as we move towards 5, how much additional cost can it be? And each time we move from the original, because I moved to 3 to 4 to 5, right? We move right. So each step, the additional cost is add them together, which in this case is 17, right? So if I move to 3, I need to add 17. That's already. So move 1, and then every time we move, it's going to be bigger. So in this case, yeah, definitely not going to work. Actually, that's not right, because we move 1, because we're 2, right? We move away from 2. These are adding. This is decreasing. This is decreasing. So we are actually, we move to 3. Right? We move to a position. We move to a position. We are going to increase some stuff. Right? We move to a position, then we are going to increase. We move one position, or increase everybody, right? We increase everybody by 1. Okay, I can binary search, right, to know where everybody is. And this move is also going to decrease, right? Decrease the cost. Yeah, so we're going to increase the cost for these two, but decrease the cost for this. So I say the target value is certain value, right? I have a target value. I can binary search. I have everybody smaller. They're going to have to increase by this, whatever the previous, and then this. They're going to increase this amount, right? If I move to 3, hold a second. Let's sort again. So we have 1, 2, 3, 5, and the cost is 2, 14, 3, and 1. Okay. What if we check to say, I want to move everybody to 1. What if I want to move everybody to 1? Is the result going to be one of the values, right? I think the result would definitely be one of the values. I think it will be one of the values, because if it's not, if you say we have a value in between the two, that can lead us to the minimum. Okay? Then I say, if I move towards something, then we'll have bunch of them will be decreasing, right? They will be decreasing the amount of steps they have to take. And of course, bunch of them will increasing the amount of steps they'll take. But then I can find which side has the cost is more, right? Because there will be one side will cost more, and I'll move for decreasing for that side. Then the amount of delta on the decrease will be larger than the amount of delta on the increase. Now I'll achieve a better result. So yes, so definitely be one of the value. So if I say, okay, I want to move everybody to 1, then I know on this side, everybody has to go to 1, okay? So now I have the cost is 2 minus 1 times 14, 3 minus 1 times 14, and 5 minus 1 times, no, not times 3. 5 minus 1 times 1, which equal to 2 times 14 plus 3 times 3 plus 5 times 1 minus 1 times 14 plus 3 plus 1, which means this we can calculate, we can pre-calculate this. This we can calculate, which means when we do this, we can immediately calculate the total cost. Huh. What if we say everybody moved to 2? Then I have, on the left-hand side, right, 2 minus 1 times 2. On the right-hand side, 3 minus 2 times 3. And 5 minus 2 times 1. Okay? So on the left-hand side, what we have is 2 times 2 minus 1 times 2. On the right-hand side is 3 times 3 plus 5 times 1 minus 2 times 3 plus 1. You're seeing what I'm seeing right here?
Yeah.
Thank you. There is a pattern, okay? There is a pattern. We can compute the total amount of cost directly. Okay, it will take some computation, but it's okay. So for what it's worth, what we need to do is to find the prefix sum of cost. So we can compute this thing and this thing fast. And we need to find the prefix sum of this multiplied by this, this multiplied by this, this multiplied by this. And that shall work. That shall work. And of course, we can just do it once. And here we can do, so basically, okay, let's do it more generic, okay? So let's say we have A0, A1, A2, AN. And then we have cost 0, cost 1, cost 2, cost N, okay? And then let's say we want to move to AK, which is in between. Then on one side, the cost is AK minus A0 plus times C0 plus AK minus A1, and this is sorted, times C1 plus plus AK minus 1 times CK minus 1 plus on the right hand side AK plus 1 minus AK times CK plus AK plus 2 minus AK times CK. Now this is CK plus 1 plus 2 plus plus AN minus AK times ACN. So if we break it out, right? On the right hand side is C0 plus C1 plus CK minus 1 times AK minus A0 C0 plus A1 C1 plus AK minus 1 CK minus 1 is on the left hand side, plus right hand side AK plus 1 CK plus 1 AK plus 2 CK plus 2 plus AN CN minus CK plus 1 plus CK plus 2 plus CN times AK. So we need prefix sum of all the C's, so we can compute this and we compute this. In addition, we need prefix sum of this and this. Okay, let's get this. Let's get this on. Where is this? Okay, let's get this on. Okay, so I need to sort them first. How do I sort them first? I can say NC nums cost sorted NC equals to sorted zip nums cost. I'm not sure if the syntax is correct. Let's say 3, 2, 1. B is, I don't know, 1, 2, 3. What is sorted zip AB? You know what? Let's get B a different value. 10, 11, 12. 1 is 12, 2 is 11. Yes, this is correct. So we can use this syntax. Okay, now we have sorted. What else do you want? Come on, what else do you want? I need iter tools. Import accumulate. Okay, accumulate. So now I need pre-sum cost equal to accumulate list accumulate, right? List accumulate cost. So for this C in sorted NC, just C, and I want initial equal to 0, and I put a 0 in the front, and a pre-sum NC equals list accumulate n times C for NC in sorted NC, initial equal to 0. Okay, so now we have these two. Then we have res equal to math.inf because I want the smallest. Actually, no. No, actually, yes. I want the smallest. And we just go through them, find the one that has the smallest. And we say for I, n, n, I don't need this, in enumerate sorted NC. Okay? Now what? Now we need to do this, right? How do we do it? Oh, I need a cost. I need a... No, I don't need a cost. I just need an AK. I just need an n, right? So what I need is the prefix or the pre-sum cost something. What is this? What is this? Well, this is a k, so I should do k minus 1, but these initial zeros, so it's k minus 1 plus 1, so it should be I times n minus this. What is this? This is the pre-sum NC. I need pre-sum NC k minus 1. You know what? Let's do a k, so it's, you know, more fitting. So this is bk. Right, this shall also be k minus 1, but we have to plus 1, so this is k. Plus, this is pre-sum NC. Okay, so this apparently minus 1 minus pre-sum NC something. So we shall do, because we 8k plus 1 to this, right? So we shall minus AK, right? We shall minus k. But here it has to be k plus 1, right? K plus 1, and then minus this something, so pre-cost something times n. What is this pre-cost? This is gonna be minus 1. Oh geez, I need to do this. Minus 1 minus pre-cost also to k, but I need to do k plus 1, right? Times n. So this is the current cost is equal to this. And then we say res equal to minimum res. Oh, I don't even need to have the, I can just do it here. Man, I think we might need to debug it just in case. So let's do current cost. That's fine. And now I return res. All right, now there's the time to check. We don't have much, so we'll have to make do with whatever test case we have. This is 8. And this is 0. Okay, this is gonna be nums cost, min cost, nums cost. Generator must be parenthesized. Damn it. Let's parenthesize it. Parenthesize it. These two pass. All right, let's go for it. Let's see if it passed. We passed. Probably the smoothest difficult problem I've ever done. This is O(n) log n, right? This is O(n) log n. Yeah, this is probably the smoothest hard problem I have ever done. Did not see the solution initially, but as I was going through the DP process, I realized that we can easily find the cost, right? We can easily find the cost of moving moving the array towards any given value in O(1) if we have the original nums sorted. And then it is just the proof that the answer, that the optimal value, right, we move to must be one of nums. Now we can do this proof one more time, right? Yeah, let's do this proof one more time. Suppose we can find a value not in nums, okay? Not in nums that yields the minimum operation, a minimum cost, okay? Then there must be then we say then all the and also suppose, right, that nums have been sorted. Then we have the total of cost on the left side of the value. Let's give a name, value P, okay? On total cost on the left side of P, and the total of cost on the right side of P. Suppose the cost on the left side of P is bigger than the cost on the right. Then as we move P towards the left, right, towards left, the reduction in cost on the left is bigger than the increase in cost on the right. Right? Then when we land, then on the right until we land on one of the number in nums. Hence, we can always hence we can achieve an even smaller cost when the value to end up on is right one of the number in nums. Okay, so that is the proof. That is the proof. So yeah, now that we have that cleared up, we just need to write out the formula to compute the total cost of moving numbers in nums to any value. It turns out this can be facilitated drastically by using two prefix sums. Right. One is cost itself, now after sorted with nums, and yes, hold on. Line closed. And the other is the product, right? The product of each number and its value. All right, total is O(n) log n. We have sort. This is O(n), this is O(n), this is O(n). Okay, take a look. Prefix sum, sort, we do this, yes. Delta x. We try every number. Okay, let's see. Blah, 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 this is just a prefix sum. Blah, blah. Yeah, I think it's similar. Yeah, it's similar. It's a binary search. Oh, this is convex. This is a convex optimization. Oh man, I haven't read about this for a very long time. Linear combination of convex is convex. Yes. Is this a Wikipedia? Yeah, that is a Wikipedia. Yes, yes, I was there. I was thinking about convex, but it doesn't have a derivative because it's pointy. Yes, consists of multiple. So how? Oh man, Jimbo, it's gonna destroy my pen. It's convex and has a minimum. How do we find the convex? We can use, so this is the overall is gonna be convex. Yes. Oh my god. Yes. If this, oh, lordy. But you still have to find, right? Like, how do you know fx is smaller than fx plus 1? Don't you still need to find fx? Oh, it's very easy to find fx. Get cost. Yeah, I was going to say, it's very easy to find. Oh my. Oh my. Holy crap. I have never ever seen convex to be used in a programming problem. Damn, this is good. This is good. This is good. Who thought of this? This is a great trick. Great trick. Binary search, yes. For convex. So if on the left hand side it's decreasing function, on the right hand side it's increasing function. Oh my god, I have to do this, man. I have to do this. This is too good to not do it. Ridiculous. This is ridiculous. Convex optimization from the official solution. Linear combination of convex functions is convex. Each the function, right? The function of each number is fx equal to abs. Now we're doing the abs. We do this. Nums I minus x, which is convex. Thus, the total cost function fx must also be convex. It does not matter what it actually is. Now, convex function must have an optimal point. And the function must be decreasing on the left hand side, to the left of the optimal point, and increasing to the right of the optimal point. Thus, we can use binary search to find the optimal point using the check for increasing or decreasing to determine whether the current point is on the left or right side. Brilliant. This is absolutely brilliant. Yes, we just need to say, yeah, we don't even need to sort. Low, high is going to be min nums, max nums. I like the plus one here. All right. And then what we need to do is we want to def f x int return for nc in zip nums cost. What is this? abs n minus x times c. We need to sum this thing. Alright, that's f. And then we say while low smaller than high, mid is low plus high, divided by 2. Right? And then we say what? If f mid is smaller than f mid plus 1, right? Which means you're in the increasing part, right? If mid is smaller than this, then if that's the case, then we say high equal to mid. All right, else, then we say low equal to mid plus 1. If mid is larger than, this is larger than this one on the left hand side, so low shall be mid plus 1. So we need to go to the middle. If mid 1 P1 if mid let's do this. If mid P1. All right, and then when it come out, what shall we return? Well, when do we come out? Well, we come out when low and high is equal, right? So when they're equal, so if mid and this, right, and a low plus 1, then they become equal. Low plus 1, then they become equal. So should I just return if mid plus 1? Let's try. Number 2. Nope. Nope. And mid? Nope. Ugh. What did I do wrong? What did I do wrong? I do believe it's this, but here is, maybe I need to do minus 1? Nope. No. Maybe let's do it one more time. So when it come out, right? So we're here, so we find a new one. And if it's the same, mid and the mid plus 1. Okay, mid and the mid plus 1. Okay, mid and the mid plus 1. So high equal to mid. Come out, it should be mid. Actually, it should be high, right? And low, if it's on the left hand side. No, that's also if mid, if they're equal, right? If they're equal, that's it. Right? If they're equal, that's it. Mid and mid plus 1. It's not this. It is. But the thing is, we already find it. I just don't want to do it one more time. Okay? How do I avoid doing it one more time? Yeah, low equals mid minus 1. That's why I was trying to return if mid minus 1. But it's apparently not right. I don't know. I don't know why it's not right. Hold up. Hold up. What the hell is going on? F mid and F mid 1. Mid is 2. Yes. F mid is 0. F mid is 18. So it's 0, 18. So we do this. Oh, this is a high going to mid. So if high going to mid, so I think it will be like this. If high going to mid, the answer, then result shall equal to F mid, right? Because high going to mid, and then we drop out. And if this, rest shall equal to F mid 1. And we simply just do rest. Yeah, this is right. Oh boy, this is good. Oh boy, this is good. O(n) log k. Alright, try this one. Nice. Nice. Longer, but man, this is great. It's just great. Right? It's just great. I mean, you're just proving this again. Yeah, it's just you just need to prove, right? To prove this, you just need to prove that take absolute value, that function is convex. And once you've proved that, and we have the theorem, right? Linear combination of convex is convex, and then boom, you have proved it. You don't have to do all this. This feels to me is you just trying to prove them from scratch. You don't need to. That was back in 2022. Damn. Oh, so good. Oh, minimum. That's good. Yeah, I forgot this already. Okay. But you don't need binary search, right? You can do this. It's the same. Alright, that will be it. I will see you guys tomorrow. Adios.